Hello everybody, and welcome back to Monday Night Arena Fight. Today, there is a special constructed event going on, so I'm going to go ahead and play Nox's Cascade Constructed. I have currently a Golgari deck built, and it has quite a few 4-mana things, and even a couple of, 7 or 9 mana cost cards in it. So we should be able to get a lot of value out of it. And let's see how it goes. Alright, so in this event... I don't think that's quite keepable. Get that away. That's better. It's not very good, but better. Alright, so the first spell I play each turn, I will get to Cascade, which means I exile cards from the top of my library until I reveal a card that has less converted mana cost than the one I played, and then I'll get to cast it for free. So, we'll just start setting up. Okay, my opponent looks like they're playing mono black. Okay, so we'll get the first Cascade trigger off with Thrashing Brontodon. And I will play this Glowspore Shaman as well. I don't actually need another land, so I'll leave that in my graveyard. And we're already off to the races with 6 power in play. And my opponent looks like they're hampered on mana, and they're moving to discard. And they are also playing a Golgari deck. Alright, so I'm going to move to my attack step and get in there. And I don't fear my opponent right now, so we'll just keep adding pressure. And yep, we'll play Slimefoot. And this puts me in a really good position next turn to turn on Ascension and get the City's Blessing. And there goes my opponent. On to game 2. Take a look at my hand. This actually looks much better than the first hand, even though it only has 2 lands in it. I'm going to keep this because the Glowspore Shaman should help me find my 3rd land. I also have a 1-drop in my deck that I'm probably not going to cast off of the Shaman, because there are no creatures in my graveyard. Okay, that was humorous on how that worked. Oh, there's another land, so that's the 4 that I'll need all game. Don't want to cast that because I have no creatures in my yard yet. We'll put a swamp on top. Okay, I will gladly trade here. That will turn on my Mausoleum Secrets, as well as the spell that I declined to play earlier. So I can kill off a 1 toughness creature. There's a History of Benalia. Okay, my opponent found a Healer's Hawk. We will wait a turn, and then I'll play this Ritual of Soot next turn. Or, not next turn, but the turn after that, when he has both of his tokens. Okay. And I will pass the turn. That's even better. That just means we're going to get more value off of this Ritual of Soot next turn. Okay, but my opponent is going to gain quite a bit of life off of the Ajani's Welcome. And off of the Ajani's Vanguard. But this means that we will 4-for-1 my opponent, and I will just be pleased as punch. Now let's go. Say goodbye to your entire board, please. I decline, because everything's gonna die anyways. Now his history does nothing. My opponent responds with a Militia Bugler and an Ajani's Pride Mate. Fantastic. Well, we'll have to kill that off. And that's just great. My opponent found a second one, so this is going to be kind of a slog. But as long as I kill one off first and then the other, it shouldn't be too big a problem. Go ahead and get out the Ravenous Chupacabra, and we'll play that Locket. And we will kill off the 5/5. And pass turn. There's not much I can do here still, with my options as limited as they are. Okay, my opponent has a Dawn of Hope. And that gets them a Healer's Hawk. Okay, so this sets up a good position for myself. And they found the other Ajani's Pride Mate. So now I'm not going to be able to deal with anything quite yet. Block here. Then we will use Mausoleum Secrets to go find a removal spell. And I will cast Necrotic Wound on the Hawk. Get a Vicious Offering. Okay, let's start with a Thrashing Brontodon. We'll cast this guy's Blessing. And I'll put a Ritual of Soot, the Secrets, and the Wound back in my deck. Ooh, okay, that's a good removal spell. I can't cast it quite yet, but I can. How to do this? I can get rid of the 5/5. But that requires me to use my Thrashing Brontodon. Oh. So, I can kill off both of the Ajanis. Sacrifice the Brontodon. Oh, first spell. That was a mistake on my part. I forgot only the first spell cascaded. But they won't flip over their Legion's Landing. I should have done it this turn and not last. Or not on my turn, at least. However, I do have a Molder Hulk. So next turn I'm thinking about playing my 6/6. And that might be able to sweep away the Pridemate. No, that's a murder. I'm going for the Molder Hulk. That's not bad. That can at least block the 7/7 and kill it. And we will put a forest back into play. I was hoping to hit one of my Ritual of Soots just to wipe away everything but the Venerated Loxodon. And they found another Leonin Vanguard. At this point, I might just have to deck my opponent because their life total might get out of hand. But then again, I'm just here to have fun, so... Let's see if my opponent wants to trade their Pridemate for my Poison Tip Archer. I would think no, but we'll see. Because I am very happy to trade a 2/3 for an 11/11. Nope, they don't want to attack into this, so that's good for me. I will start off by murdering this 11/11. Okay, we will cast Mausoleum Secrets, which will put another card in my hand, or, yeah, put a black card into my hand, which will be... Murder's probably pretty good here. No, let's just get a Vicious Offering. Okay, my opponent will start taking some damage. And then I will pass turn. I'm going to set up a stop before their combat step because I want to cast this Vicious Offering before combat. Okay, there's a Lyra. Let that resolve and see what they hit off of it. A Mentor of the Meek. I'll go ahead and just do this now. And we'll hit the Necrotic Wound. And I will get rid of one of these so that my opponent gains less life. At some point, I'm going to have to resolve this Gaia's Blessing, just so I can get the other Gaia's Blessing back into my deck. But we will deal with that Lyra next turn with this Vraska's Contempt. Okay, my opponent still does not want to pull that trigger, so let's pull it for them. And there's a murder, so I'm going to murder off their card advantage. And why not? We'll just cast this Gaia's Blessing now. So first thing I need is Gaia's Blessing. Second thing I want back in my deck is Necrotic Wound. And finally, I'll put Vraska's Contempt back in my deck again. Okay, and then pass the turn. No need to start attacking. I don't want to lose my 6/6 to one of these creatures, so I'll hold off for now. Next turn, we'll throw out this Lotleth Giant and see if I can hit anything off of Cascading with it. Okay, that's another really good Angel for my opponent. And now they can gain even more life. And draw a card. Yep, my opponent definitely has more life than they have cards in their deck, but let's see what this giant gets me. Another Poison Tip Archer. That's not terrible. Oh. Right, my opponent has hexproof, so no attacks. Okay. My opponent pulls out another History of Benalia. Now, I am personally just looking for another Ritual of Soot. Any spot removal will kill off this Shalai, so I'll be happy for that as well. Probably be sacrificing this Locket. And they have a third History of Benalia. This is the third one, right? Yep. I'm still thinking my opponent's not going to want to bring the fight to me, since my creatures can block most of what they're trying to do. Yeah, I'll throw a Poison Tip Archer in the way of that. Alright, so first things first. We are cracking the Locket. And that got me a Ravenous Chupacabra, so we are going to play that. Cascade into a Slimefoot. Excellent. Now just make a bunch of chump blockers for me. Kill off this 4/4. Play a land for turn, and at this point, I am okay with trading for at least 2 creatures. So I'll attack with my giant. probably not a good idea because my opponent will just take it. But it is very likely that I'm turning a corner here. Although my opponent does get to draw quite a few cards if they'd like to. And I believe that's the last is on his Primate. And I hope the last Leonin Vanguard. Yep. So now, once again, I'm really hoping for a Ritual of Soot. That would be really good right here. Thankfully, I have nothing to do, so I don't have to keep passing priority. Just waiting for my opponent to finish their turn. Okay, so my opponent has a large 8/8. They will have a number of 4 3s next turn. You just pump knights, I believe. So, I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. And then I meant to do this. Yep, we'll play a Plague Crafter. And with that, I am actually going to sacrifice my Chupacabra. Okay, this will hurt my opponent for quite a bit. And play a land and pass the turn. As long as I can survive this next turn, I think I'll be okay. Oh, right. Those are going to be 6/4s. Good old craw worms with vigilance. So the important thing to not lose here is the Slimefoot and the Poison Arrow Archer. My opponent has no more 1-drops. And like I said, it appears that I'm probably going to deck my opponent before actually killing them with damage. But we'll give it a good old college try either way. Okay, they've moved to their combat step, so we'll see how this goes. My opponent draws some more cards. Lets his Primate get even larger. Okay, none of my opponent's creatures have trample as far as I'm aware. And here come the 6/4s and anything else. Nope. So this is pretty easy blocks here. We're just gonna trade up with, or trade down with everything, except not the poison-tipped archer. We'll just chump block one of them. And that has a bunch of triggers on my side now. And really, I'm probably pretty stable here. Unless my opponent finds a removal for this poison-tipped archer. Then I'm slightly boned. Okay, that was good for me. I have a Gravedigger. And this is why I killed off my Chupacabra early. We'll use this Necrotic Wound. And the most annoying thing are these. So I'm going to start killing these off. The most annoying thing is this Pridemate, but I'm going to kill that next, so. And that gets me back my Chupacabra. Yes, I would like my Chupacabra back, please. And we'll kill off the last Pridemate. Play a land, that way I can make a Saproling when I need one, and pass the turn. Okay, my opponent's going to go searching their deck for a card. They find another Dawn of Hope. And another Vanguard. I'm not sure if my opponent has a way to not lose the game if they go into decking. But I guess I'll see. And once again, I am still looking for a Ritual of Soot, which will do me just fine. Okay, my opponent's going to make all their creatures bigger, which is fine. Again, nothing has trample, so I don't really care. I can pump out 3 Saproling blockers a turn now if I do nothing else. I don't think my opponent's doing anything else, so I'm just going to make the sapperling now. That way I don't have to resolve everything continuously. Also, I have no cards in hand, so there's no tricks I could be pretending to have. And there's a Gaia's Blessing. Go ahead and cast it. And we'll do what I did last time and hit. Actually, I want Mausoleum Secrets, Necrotic Wound, and Gaia's Blessing. That way, if I draw the Mausoleum Secrets, I can go find Ritual of Soot. Okay, there's a Reclamation Sage. Okay, that's definitely something I want to cast now. And I guess removing one of these will be helpful. Okay, and again, I have no tricks, so I'm just going to make a couple of saplings. Nope, I guess I miscounted. Oh, right, that costs 2, so, yep, I have 3 mana left over. Okay, my opponent has no 1-drops. I already knew that. But they're making their deck even smaller. And I know they still have this Adanto Vanguard. Okay, we're getting into the home stretch now. My opponent only has 10 cards left in their deck, and I don't think they can break through. They can make a nice try at it, but I'm maintaining a line equal to theirs. Although there's few creatures I can actually easily trade with. Okay, I'll go ahead and just chump block there. Opponent will take some damage. I'll gain a little life. And everything will be good. Another Resplendent Angel. That could be problematic. And that is not the card I needed to see right here, but I'll pass the turn. Actually, I could have cast Necrotic Wound off of it. I should have played it. Well, too late now. I don't think the Resplendent Angel is going to get in. Just waiting for my opponent to, like I said, it's getting real close to decking here, so. Alright, they're going to make another soldier. And again, I have no tricks, so I'm just going to make some saprolings. Now that should just auto resolve everything. Okay, so my opponent's coming in. That will blow up one of those because it's legendary. I'm going to trade my Chupacabra for the 2/2 and then just chump block these guys. Why not make my opponent pay another 4 life to save 1 Vanguard? Drain off some life. Come on, Ritual of Soot. My opponent has to discard down to their 7 cards in hand. That wasn't what I needed, but it's fine. Target myself. Target murder. And Guy's Blessing, and the Molder Hulk. With the Cascade trigger, I'm going to kill off this 3/3. And then play a land. I've got 5, 8. Go ahead and play the Locket. And then we'll pass turn. Sorry about that, folks. I had to use the restroom, so this has been a pretty long game. Okay, my opponent's down to 3 cards. Okay, one of my timeouts has been used because I had to go to the bathroom real quick. Down to 2 cards. I don't think my opponent can kill me from here. They have 3 attack steps left, unless they draw some more cards. Okay, well, just to make sure I don't get disqualified, I'm just going to remove the ability for me to respond so it auto passes. Okay, my opponent goes to combat. I'm just going to take 4 here. There's nothing in white that gives his creature, makes his creature larger, equal a number of creatures they have in play, so I'm not particularly afraid of it. There's a murder. I'm going to see if I can't find that ritual, though. Mausoleum Secrets will get me the ritual. But I'll get no Cascade off of it. Okay, now look at all this fun stuff I could have been playing with but never found. Ritual of Soot! This will kill dang near everything. And I'm just gonna pass through the turn. And my opponent gave up after that, so. Alright, game 3. That last game took a while, so you'll excuse me. Yeah, this looks good. Got some things to do. Glowspore Shamans to cast. Possibly playing against a aggressive blue-green Merfolk deck? Maybe? So Ritual of Soot will be important in this game too, probably. Yep. And my opponent has no 0 casting cost anything to cast. Yep, we'll get started with a Glowspore Shaman. I do not want to cast this because it does nothing. Nah, I don't need any lands on top of my deck. Okay. If my opponent attacks in, I see no reason to not just block here. Well, there is a reason, but it makes my opponent use a card out of their hand. And it's River Herald's Boon, and that is the reason. May get another Kumena Speaker. Okay. We'll go ahead and put out the Locket. Okay, we'll go ahead and cast Gaia's Blessing. I'm just going to put the 2 lands back in my deck. I want the creatures in my yard. Oh, a Vraska. That will be very helpful next turn. Okay, my opponent's going for the Speed Demon quest. They just want to kill me as fast as possible, apparently. And they find a 3rd Kumina Speaker. I'll take 10 here. 11. Okay. I really would like a Ritual of Soot. Nope, that's fine. We'll put a target out there. And I hit the second guy's blessing, which is not great. But we will use Vraska to kill off this 4/4. And then I'll probably get Titanic Growth to death. Because my opponent has had really consistent draws. Well, they only have to deal another 3 damage to me to win, so... Okay, my opponent's going to copy their Jade Bearer and get a Silver Gill Adept. They may not be able to play this if they don't have any Merfolk in their hand. Yep. Oh, they showed a Jade Bearer. Fantastic. Okay. So what's my opponent going to do now? Okay, that's what I figured. They're going to attack me with the 2 speakers.
Oh, you'll have to try harder than that.
Okay, I'm going to play out the Ravenous Chupacabra. It has a Vicious Offering, which is not going to do me too good here. That still has me dead. Well, no, I'm not quite dead. My mistake, my opponent has a Jade Bearer, I'm dead. So, I'm going to concede. Actually, my opponent has 2 Jade Bearers because of the quasi-duplicate. Alright, we've had 2 quick games and an extremely long game. This hand is not keepable, so I'm going to mulligan it away. This is better, and I won't Cascade into 2 guys' blessings this time. The only reason I'm playing the Guy's Blessing 2 is on Arena recently a bunch of mono blue mill decks have been appearing, and since I'm kind of helping mill decks win, this seemed like a good option to play. Okay, my opponent is going for a probably mono green Stompy, and now if I could just stop drawing lands, that would be good too. Let's get some actual threats out. Oh, no, they're playing red-green Kicker. Or red-green Kicker Stompy or whatever. hopefully I should be able to get a 2-for-1 next turn, or a 2-for-2, I suppose. That's a Helm of the Host. That's not good for me. What did they choose not to cast? I don't know. But let's run out the Chupacabra. Excellent. That could not have gone better. We're going to kill that. And then we are going to kill that. Could not have gone better. Okay, so perhaps Dino Stompy then. Okay, my opponent finds another mana dork, and probably, yep, okay. I actually just want the double Cascade this turn, so I'm going to play this Locket. Decline. And then on their turn, I'm going to play this Murder. Okay, so I'm going to end turn here. On their beginning step, I'm going to kill this off, try and delay a Carnage Tyrant. We'll play a Glowspore Shaman. No, I don't need land. Alright, so at least if my opponent gets a Carnage Tyrant out, it won't have haste. I figured that was coming, so... Okay, they're gonna go find a land. Or, oh, they found a Ripjaw Raptor. Oh, no, 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 they had one in hand, so they can go get a land. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, let's get this Twilight Prophet out. Sure, cast Vicious Offering. We'll just kill off the Mana Dork. And I'll get the City's Blessing. Pass turn. I believe here I'm just going to triple block the Carnage Tyrant. I've just got to get it off the table, so... They found a treasure map. And thankfully another Carnage Tyrant goes to the bottom of their deck. I have one creature in my graveyard and a bunch of spells. My opponent just searches the top of their deck for something. They don't even want to present that trade. So let's get out a Bone Dragon. Sure. Vraska's Contempting seems good here, where I can just kill off this 4/5. And then I'll get in with my 2/4. Pass the turn. Alright, so here, now I can just get 2-for-1 instead of 3-for-1. I can trade off the Bone Dragon and a Chupacabra. Alright, they found another Huntmaster. Okay. And really, there's little reason for me to leave these two behind next turn. These guys can absorb enough damage that I'm not scared. And again, my profit hits a land. Okay. I can get back Slimefoot with my Find Broker. So yeah, we'll do that. Plus hit another 3-drop spell. Murder's always good. Let's murder this Huntmaster, since I can't murder the Carnage Tyrant. Give me back Slimefoot. And we'll move to combat and attack with the Flyers. Alright, my opponent has to deal with my 2 Flyers, or I'm going to kill them in the air next turn. Or they could just gain a bunch of life. That also works. 4 damage to any target. The Twilight Prophet, sure. And a Territorial Allosaur. So they're going to be able to kill off both my Flyers. Congratulations. You did well. And now I am on the back foot. Now there's a Vraska. What can Vraska kill here? Can't kill the Unsealing or the Territorial. I can't kill anything. But I could get a Murder. There's a Murder. We'll take a Murder. Get rid of this 5/5. Attacking here is not in my best interest, so I'm just going to plus Vraska.
An unfortunate casualty.
Sacrifice my Reclamation Sage. And then play Slimefoot. No attackers. And the Territorial Allosaurus does not have Trample either, so that's good. Okay, my opponent has scryed a card to the bottom. Let's see what they have in store for me. Hopefully it's not another Carnage Tyrant, because that would wipe me directly out of this game. Although I don't think my opponent would be thinking this hard if it was a Carnage Tyrant. Maybe they're trying to count up Banefire damage? Oh, Fight with Fire. Well, that's pretty much knocked me out of this game too, I believe. But I guess I'll see what the next turn holds. So Vraska goes down. I take 5. I am going to draw another 2 cards and hopefully find an answer to any of this. Okay. It's not quite the answer I need immediately. Okay, we'll take the Mausoleum Secrets for 7. What can I hit that will do something to this game? Ooh. Lotleth Giant, if I could survive the next round, will do something tremendously good. And I will get back... Actually, I'll get back Reclamation Sage. I need to kill off this Sarkhan's Unsealing. Okay, so I'm probably going to take a ton of damage this turn. I might just be dead. Yep, I'm just dead. So, good game my opponent, and I'm conceding. Alright, well, a couple of dead draws ended my sweep there, but I did get 2 and 2, so I can't complain. I had a lot of fun playing this Golgari deck, and it did seem to work pretty well in the Cascade. So, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.